Hi! If you found this video, then you're probably someone who wants to reach a lot of goals in 2026. As someone who has accomplished almost everything on my vision board this year, I'm going to give you a framework to show how you can do this too. I realize that your goals are way simpler to reach than we think. Here's a 5-step process. First, we're going to start with setting wild dreams. Second, we're going to decide the timeline. Third, we're going to work backward in achievable goals. 4, this one's important. You need to show up consistently. Last but not least, be patient and trust the process. Forget what people tell you about being realistic. A dream is supposed to feel unrealistic and feel out of reach. That's the whole point of dreaming. You get there when you push yourself out of your comfort zone, and then one day it no longer feels like magic. But it's not magic. It'll be consistent effort. Now that you have your dream, we're going to base your timeline on your dream. If the dream is huge, give expectations room to breathe. And if you don't know where to start, try throwing this prompt into AI, whether it's ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini. Gemini is literally free on Google. My dream is X. My current position is X. Find others in my current position who have achieved the same, if not similar dream. Build a reasonable timeline based on my dream and current position. Then work backwards, setting achievable goals until we hit our first milestone. Rinse and repeat, and soon enough, you'll watch your dream come true. Again, utilize AI if you need direction on how to do this. That's the whole point of AI, is to help improve your life. If you're using the same chat, aka the context window, it's going to know exactly what we just prompted it. So now you can just simply prompt again. Based on my milestones, work backwards to set achievable goals. You found clarity in your vision, you know exactly how to get there, and realize it's very doable for you. Your job now is to stick to the plan and show up consistently. If you don't know how to show up consistently, again, we can use AI to prompt. Break this down into daily, weekly efforts. These are going to be the micro moments that lead you to that bigger milestone. Track these micro moments somewhere. You can do this on paper, on your phone. I personally use my app that I made. Trusting the process can feel very vague. I completely get it. Trust me. But the repetition of tracking your progress and visualizing the growth along the way makes it feel very real. Now, I want you to pause the video at each step and we're going to walk through this together. I've always found it most helpful when I see a real world example. So I'm going to give you the example of me. One of my dreams this year was to speak on stage at a tech conference. And I did just that in September of this year at Commit Your Code conference. Since my very first tech conference, I just looked at the people on stage and I was like, I want to be that one day. So this year, I put it on my vision board of a woman speaking at a conference. I literally have it right here and it says public speaking. Now that was my wild dream because that's something that has always felt out of reach for me. Everyone has their own dreams and their own desires. Next up was to then decide the timeline, and I knew that Commit Your Code would be happening sometime in Q3 or Q4, and it's local to Dallas, so my chances of getting accepted as a speaker were way higher. The goal of speaking on stage, broke it down to a tech conference within my city, and the next step was to figure out when submissions for speaking would be. And submissions were actually in, I believe, January or February of this year. So I submitted my talk. And how did I decide what I was going to talk on? Well, I thought a lot about this, and knowing that the conference was going to be sometime from September to December, I knew that I would have about 6 to 7 months to prepare a talk. Why not talk about something that I'm working on every single day at work? And that's exactly what I did. I gave a presentation on building scalable, maintainable, composable components in a component library. And then at work, I just showed up consistently every single day, trying to learn as much as I could about this topic. And then the last step is I just trusted the process. I meditated on it every single day, picturing myself on stage, giving this presentation, picturing all the things that could possibly go wrong and all the things that could possibly go right as well. And I just was patient. I trusted the process. And when I got up on stage, it kind of felt like I had done it already. It definitely wasn't my best performance, but I am very proud of my performance. So that's one of my dreams on my vision board that I achieved. The other dream that I'm so proud of is reaching my dream body and losing 4% body fat. That's a whole separate video in itself, so if anyone wants me to break that down, I can. I really hope this video gave you direction on how to reach your goals for 2026. Now is the perfect time to do this. Drop one of your goals in the comments so you can come back to this next year and just have proof that you made it happen. And if there's anything I can do to help you in any way, I'll put all the prompts in the description for you to copy. And then I'll also share a Canva link of my vision board from 2025 so that you can use it as a template. If this was helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more. Last thing I'm going to say is when it comes to goal setting, it's not just about accomplishing the goal, but enjoying the journey along the way, because that's where the true beauty of life resides, is those little micro moments that lead up to that big milestone. When you reach that big milestone, you'll get that euphoric feeling of happiness. And then after that, you kind of realize that it disappears. Unless you love the journey along the way, you'll forever be fulfilled. So I believe that is the whole point of life, is to enjoy every single moment in life. Like when I bought this home, that was also a really big dream of mine that I'm so proud of myself for, but nothing really changed. I'm still the same person. I still love my morning routines. I love watching K-drama with Peter. I love my dog. Like all these things I loved before and after this big dream. Having the dream gave me a direction of what to work towards in life, but being happy along the way, enjoying the journey, is the true beauty. So yes, crush your dreams, and I will see you next time. Me and Coda will see you next time. So cute, honey. You're such a model. He is a model, isn't he? He's so